Good evening, welcome in. Good evening, welcome in.
go what you want. Let's rock and roll. I get what I want. I'm beautiful, you're not wrong. Mhm, mhm, I'm beautiful. Mhm, 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 mhm.
Good evening. Welcome in. Welcome in. Good evening. Welcome in.
I'm beautiful.
Good evening. Welcome in. Hi, Siren. How are you? I'm fine. How's your day been so far? That's good. Mm, my days, it's been pretty decent. Yeah, I think so. Nice, nice. Do you have any plans for later today? Interesting. Um, I have some chores that I need to do, so I'll be doing that. I suppose so. I don't really want to do them, but whatever. Okay, for Siren's question, what's upcoming for me? I do want to ask, are you asking that as Siren or as, I don't know if you're comfortable with me using your personal name. Okay, what's upcoming for Nye? Mm. Okay, Siren, for your question, what's upcoming for Nye? The cards that I have presented for you are the Six of Cups, the Princess of Discs reverse, the Eight of Wands reverse, and the Three of Discs. upcoming for you in your near future, you're going to be experiencing a renewed sense of happiness or even a renewed sense of passion. This is specifically going to be referring to your emotions. So there's going to be a new opportunity that typically the six suits can imply new opportunity from a change, but I think this is just I think this particular energy for your reading is excuse me, it's a new opportunity. I'm sorry, I lost my thought. It's a new happiness or passion after a period of dissatisfaction or discontentment. That's the intention that was trying to come out. I was having a difficult time getting that out because that's not typically how I interpret this card, but that's the intuitive message that I was wanting to present with this card. So you're moving um, past a period of emotional discontent. But with the Princess of this, even though there's going to be some experience or situation for you that will allow you to experience a new or different form of happiness or passion, you're still going to be having some dissatisfaction with your physical manifestations. The Princess of this in the reverse, um, what's the particular word that's wanting to come out? Bratty. The princess of this reverse has a tendency of being bratty, essentially. There's a particular physical manifestation that she's wanting to experience, yet with it being in the reverse, she's not experiencing it. And so I really feel that the energy that you'll be experiencing upcoming will kind of be a bratty or even ungrateful response to your physical experiences. But you're not experiencing the physical manifestations that you're wanting to experience because you've been in a period of being in the same physical cycle essentially, but you will be moving beyond that situation with the Eight of Wands in the reverse. The Eight of Wands in the upright would indicate that's the energy of you being stuck in that physical cycles of experiencing the same day every day essentially, but you will be moving out of that energy towards working with others. um, I was trying to understand if this is going to be towards, if this three of this in the upright was your energy towards other people or if it's going to be towards a new particular physical manifestation, since with this princess of this there's something specific that you were wanting with this but you were unable to fulfill. But I feel that you're only able to move forward um, with your situation if you let go of whatever it is that you egoically are expecting to have or experience. You're needing to be introduced to something that isn't within your immediate expectation. And you may even feel that it's not directly for you, because the three suits can refer to third party type situations. So something that's not within complete partnered alignment with you, but something that works for you and with you, but it doesn't feel entirely aligned for you. But you will be experiencing a different opportunity than what you have been, and what you have been experiencing and what you have been expecting. So new emotional changes and new physical opportunity will be coming to you in the near future. You just have to be careful of your ego and make sure that you're not rejecting um, potential from the divine that could propel you further down your intended path. Just make sure you're not being dismissive. If there is something that presents to you that you immediately want to dismiss, you may want to consider that particular situation or circumstance. So that's what I have for your question. Thank you. Good evening and welcome in. Okay, snack for me. If you're still in the chat, when you said you know what it may be, were you talking about the new physical opportunity? Or were you talking about the expectation that you were trying to hold on to? Or the cycle? The manifestation with the okay. Being being stubborn and then thus coming off as bratty. From the Three of Discs. From the Princess of Discs. Hi, good evening, Megana. Welcome in. Sure thing. Just allow me to finish up my current interpretation, and I'll get to your question. If you are interested in reading, check out the pinned comment. You're too absorbed with your current physical experience or reality. You don't want to physically change how you're experiencing and what you're experiencing. You may emotionally want to change, but you're not yet ready to see those physical changes. The sun card presented first to indicate that you are acting within your ego. Because honestly, at first I was only intending to pull one um, clarifier card, but the sun wasn't enough to go off of to really understand. But with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, this specifically is what's indicating that you're not willing to let go of your current physical situations, and it's because you have an expect how you're physically experiencing your reality right now. That's you're wanting to maintain that expectation. So assuming that you have a relaxed current physical experience, um, meaning you have a lot of idle time, it could be that you're needing to to spend more time being physically active, but you're not yet allowing yourself to do that. Because that sun card came out to represent ego, I think that that could be implying that even if you have been making the physical changes, there's something within your consciousness or unconsciousness that isn't yet that isn't fully wanting the changes. You can make changes, but not actually want to see those changes. So you've allowed yourself to be open to the new opportunity, but you haven't fully embraced and embodied it. Essentially, you're still coming into greater alignment with that energy and full. Megana, if you're still present and you're interested in the reading, you can check out the pinned comment. And that's okay. If you are physically not ready for something, then you're simply not ready. And that's okay. Yes, I can agree with that, especially because the princess she is going to be the lowest and therefore least mature court card. So even though you have the ability to fulfill your own manifestations, you may not always have the complete initiative with that princess coming out in reverse. And you know what? With that three of this, that could also indicate that maybe in order to help spark that passion, you're needing to work with others, or you're needing to experience some sense of community. Also, the clarifiers, I don't consider as your second question. So you have just one question. It's okay. I guess that person thought that the readings had to be paid, or they had to tip. Hello. What was your reflection? Maybe that's the physical manifestation that you're stuck on. Good evening. Welcome in. Okay. For your question, what does Spirit want to say to Nai at the moment? Hi, good evening. Welcome in, Ari. Happy birthday as well, whenever for when it is. The 18th. Okay. Happy early birthday then. You're welcome. Thank you for being here and for subscribing. My personal birthday um, is March 23rd. My spirit birthday, when I celebrate my spirit identity, I'll talk. That birthday is October 31st. I It's not quite the first. I've joked with my friends in the past about being very connected to the Divine Trinity. because my birthday is on the third day of spring, and it's exactly 10 days before what would be 333, since my birthday is 323. And Siren, that's how I keep the energy pure and well intended. That's why I select the cards the way I do. I get that because it's still transitioning in and out of Pisces, and that is correct. The constellations aren't consistent in size across all 12 of them, and so some of the constellations do end before or after the collectively agreed upon transition date. So yeah, Aries actually would start a little bit later, um, because Aries is the constellation itself is pretty small. Okay, Siren, for your question, what does Spirit want to say to Nye at the moment? The cards that have presented for you are the Five of Swords, the Nine of Swords reversed, the Universe, and the Art reversed. Mm. You said earlier you're impatient. That's what this card is. But with the Five of Swords, there's something that overall what Spirit wants to say to you is you are needing you are needing to have new physical experiences and new opportunity. But with this Five of Swords, this is specifically indicating that there's something for your best intention that you mentally are avoiding or you simply haven't come into recognition of. And whatever that situation or circumstance is, it's honestly something that you can't understand right now. I lost what I was about to say about this Nine of Swords. You're unable to come into recognition of it because you're unsure how to address the situation essentially with this Nine of Swords in reverse. The Nine of Swords upright would have indicated that you're working towards a particular solution for a problem that you're having, but you haven't quite reached that fulfillment. With this being in the reverse is indicating that you're not even able to make the attempts towards that problem. You really don't understand yet what aspect of experience or understanding, specifically what aspect of understanding, because you have the sword suits that are presenting. There's some wisdom or understanding that you're needing to have, but you don't know how to go towards that particular topic. In order for you to go towards that topic, you are needing to have new and different external experiences with the universe in the upright. This is going to be indicating that you're going out into the world with the intention of receiving new opportunity, new chances from the universe, from God, your personal divine forces, your spirit team, essentially. But with this art in the reverse, you're not allowing yourself the time and patience to actually experience these new opportunities or new chances. You're really wanting quick gratification. Um, you essentially, if you were to take one day to go out and seek new experience and opportunity, you would want to expect return that day. When with this art in the reverse, this is also the Temperance card and other decks. With this being in the reverse, this is indicating that you're not having patience. You're not being tempered in your experiences and in your expansion, essentially. You are being impatient with what you're experiencing. You are being impatient with the opportunities that are presenting to you, or could present to you if you allowed them to present. So, to reiterate what Spirit wants to say to you, um, your decisiveness will only present to you if you go out and seek it. And take your time going out and experiencing. Be thoughtful with the experiences that you have. Be thoughtful with the intentions that you hold for receiving from the divine. So that concludes the reading for your question. What does Spirit want Nye to know at the moment? I hope that resonated for you. And I hope that gave you some insight and perspective into your situation. Okay. Ari, for your question, what does Ariana need to know right now? Not the universe coming out again. I think that's for you, Siren, reinforcing you really do need to go out. Not to be, I didn't mean to chuckle in a condescending manner, but I was more so laughing at the fact that Spirit dropped that card again. Yes, new physical opportunity because this Ace of Discs. I am not a man. I am non-binary trans. Specifically, I'm agender. So I am not a man or a woman. I use they them pronouns, and I identify more as masculine um, in my personality and general physical habits, but I'm feminine by physical expression. But I'm definitely masculine in personality because I have two I have two sign stelliums in my astrology chart, which is basically where you have three or more placements in the same sign. Um, and so I have four Aries placements and four Aquarius placements, and both of those signs are masculine. But I physically present as more feminine because I'm Taurus rising. But my voice is lower pitched. I'm pretty understanding and tolerant, so. And I know and understand how um, I can be perceived by others. And I agree with how I can present to others. So it's all good. What's the music you guys have currently been listening to? R&B and pop, nice. I think those two would probably be like my biggest genre preferences as well. I think if I had to select top three, it would be R&B, pop, and indie. Heavy metal, no. I used to be aversive to, especially metal music, but I recently discovered that I kind of like it a little bit. Not a little bit. I actually like it. I like metal music just because I like the intensity of it. Okay, Ari, the cards that have presented for your question. What does Ariana need to know right now? The cards are Three of Cups, the Six of Cups reverse, the Seven of Wands reverse, and the Four of Swords. So what's being communicated is that you seem to have particular I paused there because the word romantic initially, well, it kind of started to force its way out, but I was intending to say you have particular emotional connections that you've been experiencing, but I feel that because that intuition kind of slipped through, specifically, you have certain romantic interests within your energy. However, these aren't successful romantic energies, essentially. With this Three of Cups, this specifically refers to third party emotional interactions. And I say third party because they are not divinely aligned partnership um, connections. What would have indicated divinely aligned partnership connections would have been the Four of Cups. So this is more so romantic interest that you have a superficial interest in, or you only have a casual interaction with. However, with the Six of Cups in reverse, this is indicating that even though you're having these romantic and or emotional experiences, you're not choosing to actually move forward with them. You're only experiencing them without further interaction. If you were to be moving forward with pursuing these connections, the Six of Cups would have presented in the upright, and even more so with the Seven of Wands in the reverse. This is indicating that you're taking the conscious and physical initiative to not pursue these connections. The Seven of Wands in the upright would have indicated that you were making active effort towards these connections without success or without seeing the physical connections come together in a physical manifestation. With this card being in the reverse, you're no longer attempting those physical efforts. And intuitively, it feels that you are denying going towards these superficial emotional connections because you're coming into conscious alignment of your actual divine partnership with this Four of Swords presenting. The four suits are going to be my partnership indicators. The sword suit specifically refers to mental interaction or with communication. With this Four of Swords following the Seven of Wands, which was indicating that you're letting go of pursuing other romantic potentials, it's so you can come into mental or conscious alignment and awareness of your actual divine partner. So not at the current moment, but at some point in the close enough future that it's already presenting in your energy, you will be consciously introduced to your divine partner, Ariana. You don't, I mean, okay. But so even if you're not actively pursuing, you're still open to the potential. I think what this is indicating, especially with the Seven of Wands, you don't need to pursue romantic connections because you'll be coming into alignment. The person for you will be brought to you. Especially, I'm assuming that you would be a more feminine being. With femininity, a key aspect of that is to be receptive. It's to allow yourself to receive instead of initiate and create opportunity. You allow certain connections, experiences, opportunities, or manifestations to be brought to you. You attract connections towards you instead of allowing connections to attract you. You want your person to come to you instead of you pursuing your person. So that will conclude your reading for your question. What does Ariana need to know right now? Thank you. You wanted something. Yeah, I get that. And that's definitely indicated by that Six of Cups in reverse. That card specifically is the energy of you not pursuing, not further pursuing the romantic connection. I am not sure exactly when I started reading tarot. Um, let me think about the time for a little bit. Let me see. I want to say I got my first tarot decks in 2020. I think it was, yeah, I think it was 2023 when I got my first decks. I didn't so that was when I first got my decks, and I would do just small readings or small card pulls to start learning to understand the cards. But I didn't start like interpreting the cards together with each other as a more formal reading until last year, I want to say. But I didn't start wanting to do formal readings until later last year. What kind of music do you typically listen to, Nye? Good evening. Welcome in. Okay. See you later. Have a good day. Good evening. Welcome in. Hi, Benita. How are you? I'm okay, thank you. If you'd be interested in a reading, you can check the pinned comment. Thank you. Okay, Benita, you'd like a reading for the question? What does Sean admire about Benita? Sure thing.
Good evening. Welcome in. hey, Benita.
For your question, what does Sean admire about Benita? The cards that have presented for you are the Four of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Prince of Cups, and the Ace of Wands in reverse. With the Four of Wands, this is indicating specifically that um, a significant aspect about you, Benita, that Sean admires is you guys' working potential. Physically, the way you guys physically interact, it really goes well together. Um, he just generally likes your overall physical expression and the way that you express yourself towards him, the way that you act with and around him. You guys get along really well together, essentially is what I'm picking up with this Four of Wands. However, with the Three of Cups, following this Four of Wands, you act very shy. Well, either way, he likes the way that you physically interact because the Four suit is actually going to be a partnership card for mine. So that's how I know that he likes the way the two of you act together because this is a partnership card, and the Wands suit is going to be physical action or interaction. With the Three of Cups, however, even though he likes the way that the two of you physically interact, he doesn't have deeper emotional attraction towards you. As I stated with this Four of Wands, the Four suits is going to be my partnership cards. The Three suits is going to be a collaboration group or third party situation. Specifically with that third party situation, it can indicate a casual dynamic or a platonic interaction or relationship. So emotionally, he sees you more as a friend. Uh, with the Prince of Cups, however, he's still very fond of you. I really feel that Sean's Sean's energy is more directly presenting with this Prince of Cups, um, because this is how he presents when he's acting. This is how he presents towards you when the two of you are interacting. Specifically, this dynamic, as I said before, he's very fond of you, but more deeply, he has genuine interest in you. I really feel that I think that he could see you as a really close friend. Maybe not. I intuitively, I don't get the impression of to the extent of a best friend, but I feel that he feels that you guys could have a close friendship dynamic. However, with this Ace of Wands in the reverse, this is going to indicate that even though he has fond emotional feelings about you, and with this Prince of Cups, um, to the point that he could see you guys in a close friendship. This Ace of Wands reverse is indicating that he doesn't have current intentions of pursuing a physical connection with you. The Ace suit specifically refers to new beginnings or new creativity. With this being in the reverse, he's not wanting a new physical interaction with you. However, you guys currently physically interact, he's satisfied with, as indicated from this Four of Wands in the upright. But this Ace of Wands specifically is stating that he's not wanting to change or evolve the physical connection in any way. He likes where the relationship is currently. His cousin told me he had a crush on me. Okay, that can be indicated with this Prince of Cups. He is very emotionally fond of you, but this Ace of Wands reverse is indicating that he doesn't, at the current moment, he doesn't have intentions to evolve the relationship physically. But yes, he is very emotionally fond of you. So that concludes your reading, Miss Benita. Please let me know if that did or did not resonate, but I hope I hope the reading was able to provide insight and clarity into your question. Thank you.
Good evening. Welcome in. Hi, Jasmine. I hope you're well. If you're interested in a reading, you can check out the pinned comment. Hi, welcome back in, Cora. I hope you're doing well today.
I'm glad you were able to catch me on this live. I can give you a reading, Jasmine. If you could just ask me a direct question, I'll be able to do your reading. And I mean direct question as in um, stating exactly what information you're wanting to receive. Okay. So for your question, how is Jasmine doing at work right now? And I'll get to your question shortly, Cora. Okay, Jasmine, for your reading on the question, how is Jasmine doing at work right now? The cards that have presented for you are the Five of Cups reversed, the Princess of Discs reversed, the Fool, and the Three of Cups reversed. So So the cards, just looking over them initially, the cards, the way that they've presented, they don't indicate your actual work performance. What they do indicate more so is how you feel about your job. With the Five of Cups in reverse, this is indicating that you don't really have emotional attachment with your current job, but you're trying to be open to embracing the workplace. This honestly is giving the intuitive impression that for multiple reasons, looking at the cards, it's I really get the impression that you didn't necessarily want this job, but this is the job you chose to pursue, and so you're trying to be more open and accepting of it. However, with this Princess of Discs, this is indicating that within the physical interaction of you in this workplace, you're having physical disconnections with the job. The Princess of Discs in the upright is someone who has initiative in pursuing particular physical manifestations, whether it's a material possession, a physical surrounding, or a particular life satisfaction. Because this card is presenting in the reverse, this is indicating that you're not physically attracted to the work that you're performing currently. And with the Fool card in the upright, you're not sure where exactly to go or what to do. And I think that really reflects your more initial statement saying you have no idea how you're doing at work. Um, the Fool card is the Fool because he's essentially going out into the world without particular intentions, but has the expectation to receive. As I stated with this Five of Cups reverse, you've allowed yourself to be open to experiencing this workplace opportunity, which is also indicated by the Fool. You're open to the experience. However, this Princess of Discs reverse is explicitly indicating that there is a physical disconnect with the workplace. And even more so with this Three of Cups in reverse, you not only have a physical disconnect with the actual work you're doing, this is going to indicate that you don't have any emotional connection or attraction or mutual understanding and agreement with your coworkers. The three suits are actually my collaboration, group work, or third party interactions. And so for you specifically, because you're asking about your job, I know that this card is going to be in regards to the social dynamic of your workplace. And the cup suit is going to be the emotional tarot suit. So this is specifically about how you emotionally feel about your coworkers or the social connections you're experiencing at your job place. So that could be your coworkers, or if you work in a service industry job, it could also be the people just the people you're interacting with at your job, whether it's coworkers or if it's people that you're servicing. This card is in reverse because you're not having a good emotional interaction with them. You're unable to emotionally work with them. You don't have an emotional connection, essentially. So to summarize, you weren't this to summarize, this job isn't one you particularly want, but you've allowed yourself to be open to. However, it really doesn't appear to be working out physically because this Princess of Discs or emotionally with this Three of Cups, both reversed. So please let me know if that did or did not resonate. But I hope that allowed some perspective and clarity around the situation from your question. Hi, Ari, welcome back. Cora, for your question, will Cora's car last another 4 years? I live in America.
Okay, Cora, the reading for your question: will Cora's car last her another 4 years? You actually had an extra card that wanted to present for you, but the cards that have presented are the Eight of Discs reverse, the Three of Cups, the Two of Cups reverse, the Eight of Swords, and the Two of Swords reverse. I'm trying to get a deeper understanding of this particular card, so allow me a moment. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. So I wasn't certain about how to interpret this particular card, the Three of Cups, and so I don't typically pull clarifiers for the sake of this reading style, but I was genuinely uncertain. Um, okay, yeah, okay, okay. I am now certain of the intention. So to answer your question directly, will your car last you another 4 years? The overall impression that I'm getting is going to be a no. Specifically, what the energy dynamic is with this Eight of Discs in reverse. So you're asking about your car, a vehicle, an object, and the disc suit actually does refer to physical manifestations. It can be any physical manifestation, whether it's a material possession, which can also be inanimate objects, or it can be animate objects such as living creatures, or it can be physical surroundings of life satisfaction. Because you're asking about an object already, this is referring to the object. Eight numerologically is a number of continuity or consistency. With this Eight of Discs being in reverse, this is indicating that no, you will not be physically maintaining this possession. With the Three of Cups in the upright immediate following this, I had to get clarity on this card because the intuition I was initially receiving, um, it made me think about my personal experience, and I was using my personal experience to interpret, which is why I wanted to pull clarifiers because I didn't want to initially use my personal experience to apply. But based on the clarifiers I received, they indicated to me that what I was receiving was accurate. And just to affirm you about that accuracy, the clarifier that I pulled was the nine of, so the intuition I was initially getting with this Three of Cups, this specific energy dynamic is indicating that from you not maintain after or with you not maintaining your physical possession, so no longer having your vehicle, you enter into a third party interaction. And so the intuition I was receiving about this third party was you essentially physically lose your vehicle in an accident. That was my personal experience that I've had that I was wanting to apply to this card. And so the clarifiers that I received were initially of rods, which indicated to me a working towards a particular situation, but not being able to achieve it. And so with the Three of Cups and the Nine of Wands, this is going to be a third party interaction and a physical effort without expected results. The nuance with these two cards presented together indicates to me an insurance claim, essentially. So this Three of Cups is actually you interacting with the insurance company, and this Nine of Wands is going to be the result of this working with, or essentially the result of the insurance claim. And to affirm that this is the accurate intention, the remaining cards that present are the Four of Wands, which is a partnership working together or in balance. So this tells me that my physical intentions of interpreting this dynamic is in alignment. The High Priestess also presented, which indicated to me that I'm in spiritual and divine alignment. Also, the Queen of Wands, which again tells me that I am working or actively working properly. The Chariot presented to indicate to me that the results that the results of the intention I'm receiving is going to be evolutionary or expansive. Um, Essentially, another way to state that insight is going to be received. The Moon card, which implies spiritual alignment, and the Ten of Cups, which is going to be satisfaction. So all of these cards affirmed the intention I was, or the intuition I was wanting to receive, but I wasn't sure about. Okay, I said all of that just to say that I think the dynamic here between the Eight of Discs reverse and the Three of Cups reverse is indicating that you may be losing the vehicle in a car accident or something that will eventually involve an insurance claim regarding the vehicle. To move forward, this Two of Cups in reverse is actually going to indicating following this insurance interaction that whatever result you receive, you're not going to be happy with. And that was also indicated already within the Nine of Wands. As I stated with this card, it's working towards a particular goal or pursuit without receiving the expected result. So, however this insurance claim ends, it's not going to be exactly what you want. With this Eight of Swords in the upright, this is going to indicate significant mental conflict. With you not receiving your expectations from this insurance interaction, it causes you to mentally spiral. I feel that some point in the future you will have you are going to your vehicle physically, and it's going to distress you with this Eight of Swords in the upright. And this is even further supported by the Two of Swords in the reverse. The Two of Swords in the upright would have indicated mental alignment with one's self. With this being in the reverse, the phrase that came to me just now was, you don't know what to do. I really feel that you're going to be in a position where you would have genuine, serious concern about your source of transportation. I really feel that you're going to at some point be in a situation where you're not going to have a mode of transportation because you're going to lose it. And what you do receive from the insurance isn't enough to satisfy you to be able to move forward in the way that you would like to move forward, essentially. So I'm sorry that that took a bit of a while to get out, but with card interpretation is just that, it's an interpretation, and so cards can have different intentions, and that's why I wanted to pull the clarifiers to make sure I had an understanding of the intention that was wanting to be communicated. So that will conclude your I say it's going to be an accident because it I would say it's more of an accident rather than a mechanical issue, because this Eight of Discs reverse implies that you lose the physical manifestation of the vehicle, meaning it's no longer, it can't be repaired. It's completely out of commission. And this Three of Cups following, I was getting the impression that this was indicative of an insurance company, and those clarifier cards essentially affirmed my intuition. I pulled the clarifiers to ask, is my intuition accurate? Because I didn't want to just go based off the initial impression. I wanted to make sure that what I was receiving was what I'm intended to receive, essentially. So the impression that I got was this Three of Cups refers to an insurance company. So that's why I feel that the situation, you're going, within the next 4 years, you will lose your vehicle. I feel that it may be due to an accident. And what you receive from the insurance company won't be enough for you to move forward the way you would like to move forward. So, of course, because that's a reading for a future dynamic, please use your own discretion and discernment. Please also don't take what I've said as a sign that you need to have a worry or concern. Energy dynamics can change over time. That's and 4 years is a long time frame and time period, but that's the reading that I received based on your question currently. So please use your discernment. It's not good in any situation to over worry or to have significant concerns. So don't panic or anything, but whatever your experience is what your experience is. Thank you, Cora. Welcome back, Jasmine. I did do your reading. If you'd like to rewind to go back to watch it, but I performed your reading. In about 5 minutes, I will conclude the current live session if there are no further questions, but I'll wait another 5 minutes or so. So if anyone still present has a question, now would be the time to leave it. Okay, I am now concluding the current live stream session. Thank you so much to everyone who joined and received a reading. Thank you to everyone who joined or didn't join and did or did not receive a reading. But thank you so much. I love you very much, and good night.